Welcome to the Rule 62 Sober Coach podcast, where we talk about gratitude and we talk about staying sober and we talk about living one day at a time and we talk about life on life's terms, and we do all of that and much, much more without taking ourselves too damn seriously. This is Mark Castle. Welcome to today's episode. On today's episode, I am going to talk about gentleness. And this is one of my also favorite topics besides death, which I talked about a few days ago. And gentleness from one aspect. I'm going to talk about gentleness from one aspect, and that aspect is gentleness with self. Not gentleness with anybody else, not gentleness with washing your car or taking care of stuff or whatever. Only gentleness in regards to self. And I have had such a challenging experience in that mode, and I only recently, I hate to tell you how recently it has been, but this is Monday, February 19th, 2019, when I am recording this. It is President's Day, and how do I say this? It is only been in the last several months. Actually, the turning point was in August of last year. So that is just several months, when I spent so much time in meditation and so much time in prayer, but mainly meditation. And also, as I have talked about, doing the exercise of telling my mind to shut up first thing in the morning, that I'm not going to solve my problems while I'm still lying in bed, breathing, and the only thing that we are allowed to do in that few minutes of waking up is to either say the whole Ho'oponopono prayer, preferably in French, and also to express and list gratitude. Those are the only two things that I allow myself to do when I wake up in the morning. The next thing, pardon me, the next thing that I've done, well, it really all kind of stemmed from that. And then I've done a lot of EFT, and I use a very specific person for doing that. And if you would like her information, please contact me. And that has helped tremendously. But I will also tell you that I am taking this tea product that I absolutely adore, and I think that it has made tremendous strides in me feeling better about me. And lastly, and absolutely at the top, next to meditation, would be practicing the Wim Hof method of breathing and exercise. That has changed my entire attitude on life. And yesterday, I found it fascinating when I was doing the podcast recording, I was expressing a lot of happiness in my life. And even I was taken aback, unfortunately not taken aback enough to actually acknowledge that that's what I was saying. However, it became so amazing to me that I was expressing so much happiness in my life. And I am just super, super, super happy at the moment and pretty joyful. And I can say that all of those things In particular, those things, the tea, the Wim Hof, the meditation, and telling my mind to shut up by doing gratitude lists in my head, have had tremendous effect on my attitude. Absolutely tremendous effect on my attitude. Now, and in that result, I have been kinder to me. I have been a lot kinder to me and a lot more gentle with me. And there is tremendous progress in doing that. Oh, God, I'm using that word way too much today. There is significant progress when one does that. I am not a scholar of the Bible in any way, shape, or form, but it does say something to the effect of, do unto others as you would do unto you. And what's implied there is that you would do nice things to other people because you do nice things to yourself. And the fact of the matter is that that's not how it works. And I'm not sure that was what its intent was either. And what do unto others is what you would do unto you. So if I am beating myself up, if I am have this internal dialogue, which really is abusive, that's the only word, abusive, then if I have that internal dialogue going on, then that's the do unto others that you would do to yourself. And this is what I see in the general societal conversation going on right now in the world, is that people don't understand why everybody's being so mean to each other. Well, it's absolutely obvious why people are being so mean to each other, is because they're so mean to themselves. Because it all starts within. Every last part of this starts from within. And if I'm mean to me, then, I'm a proper New England born and raised man with parents from the Midwest. And so I was raised with an attitude of being polite and nice to people. But I will tell you that when I was in the middle of my cups and I was so down on myself in ways that I don't even to this day understand, I was pretty much an asshole. People really just were not receptive to me. They were not receptive to me. And I learned that a lot when I did my step 9 work. And so do unto others as they would do unto you. So as I would do unto them. So as I would do unto myself. So if I'm doing this unto myself, if I am being abusive to myself, then it makes sense that I could, not necessarily, but could go out and be abusive to other people. It certainly makes sense. And that's not where I'm at today. Where I'm at today, and which is why I can say that I have made significant progress in my life. My financial situation is changing. In previous times, I would have said not enough and not fast enough. And I'm not saying either one of those things at the moment. What I'm saying is that my financial situation is changing for the better. My relationships with people are changing for the better, even though there are certain people in my life that I am distancing myself from. My peace of mind around where I live is changed for the better, and I'm okay with that. And I'm telling you, it's just an amazing, amazing, amazing experience. And so much has not necessarily changed on the outside quite yet. In fact, I think the best point to make of that is in previous times, I would have been focusing on those things on the outside that aren't changing yet. What I'm focusing on now are the things that are changing on the inside and allowing the things on the outside to change as they change because of me changing on the inside. Whew, that was a lot. Anyways, that's enough for today. Check your progress. Check your progress in life by honestly asking yourself, how do you treat yourself? How do you treat yourself? I gave you some methods to work with, but I would strongly suggest checking on how I treat myself. And sometimes it's hard to get there. Sometimes it's so automatic that it might take some time, but try it out. Thank you so much for listening to the Rule 62 Sober Coach podcast. This is Mark Castle, Sober Coach. If you would like to work with me or to contact me for any reason, you can find me on my website. You can contact me through my website at www.rule62sobercoach.com. That's www.rule62sobercoach.com. Thank you for listening.